follow-up video to the prior instructional video. I'm going to slow it down, break it down even a little bit more. First position A. E is open, A is open. The next three, you're barring with your index finger. I leave the top E alone. So I'm just hitting those three right there between high E and A. Like that. Now what I'm doing with this hand is going bum 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 bum. Just alternating downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, syncopating it with what I'm doing with this hand. Occasionally I'm tapping G with my middle finger, like so. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. That's the lullaby for mercy, save me if you please. And that was that 1-4-5 pattern we discussed in the last video. Now when he goes to D, Eric in 2005 is hitting it in this position, this little triad, 1, 2, 3. We've got E, B, and G. Index finger, oops, I missed it. Index, middle, ring finger. And I missed it again because I'm not as good of a guitarist as you give me credit for. What Eric is doing is sometimes he's raising his middle finger to let that E ring open, and he's doing an arpeggio, picking each individual string. You can throw the index finger there, right closer so I can show you. And those are different, what I would call voicings, but I'm sure there's a more technical word for it, of the chord. So I went down to the crossroads, building on my knees. That gives it that ringy, chimey. Or you can bar it up here from 5, 7, 7 and do all the variations where you spread it out. It's all about getting the left and the right hand to sync together. So let me run through it slowly with diligence. So hopefully, and I'm going to try to shift positions here where you can see better what's going on. 2, 3, 4. I went down to the crossroads, building on my knees. Down to the crossroads, building on my knees. That's the lullaby for mercy, save me if you please. That 5, there's a million different places to hit any chord. I like to do it down here in first position, or up here as a bar chord. Let's see, 6, 5, 6, 7, between 7 and 9. But anywhere that you have a root note, like that E there, you can form a triad, like that. That down anywhere. me show you some variations on that slowly. Went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Asked the Lord above for mercy, save me if you please. We'll hit that triad again. So the best thing to do is practice the pattern. If the pattern is 1-4-1-4-5-4-1 or whatever the variation, in this case it's 1-4-1-4-5-4-1-5. Write that down and study that. But just go through the pattern, even if it's the simplest thing like going just go through the pattern 1,000,000 times, do it 1,000 times. And do it along with Eric. Watch that video from Cream 2005, the one where he's got the blue shirt on and his rimless glasses. I'm wearing cooler glasses than Eric right now, I think. So what I would do is put that video on, sit down with your guitar, and while he's going, I would just be going. Keep time with what he's doing. And you get to pretend like you're playing along with Eric, which I do all the time. As far as licks and fills, all Eric does, I mean, he can play anything. I mean, if he wanted to, he could play death metal music, I'm certain of it. He just chooses not to. But I would fool around with this. I think of this as like boxes and staircases. These little, right there, that 3-5, 3-5 from the E string to the A string. That's like a box. So just practice the box. I mean, you could do a whole solo with that box. It wouldn't be a very fancy solo, but still. That's a punk solo. And then move up to this other box right here from 5-7 to 5-7. Next two strings up. And then eventually go higher and put it all together. But start simple, repeat 1,000 times. You know, Eric himself has probably put, 100 million hours. I don't know how many hours he's put into it, but there's this old thing I learned in back when I was in university, was that when you put 10,000 hours in anything, you'll level up. So put 10,000 hours into it. But eventually, when you're playing along with Eric, you're going to go from keeping time to going. Fancy stuff. So I'm getting close to the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to run through it one more time just for demonstration and cut this video off. I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Crossroads, fell down on my knees. Asked the Lord above for mercy, save me if you please. And that is another fine video lesson from a guy who's never given video lessons before. I thank you for your time, sir, and I'll see you when I see you.